We have lost most of Shaughnessy and Dunn's squad. The gunny is dead, first platoon is in worse shape. That medic is either crazy or the bravest man alive.
Can we rally with the first, then try for the Nambus?
It's sheer to the left. To the right, it goes right through a pass with 2 Nambus and enfilade.
Mate,
we can lose everyone.
Lieutenant! Get back off this fucking bridge! They'll start walking the mortars back to their own positions. We only have minutes.
I'm in charge here, Sergeant.
Get your men off the bridge, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
We don't have time for this, Lieutenant.
What's your unit, Sergeant?
I company 22nd Marines, Lieutenant, and we just saved your ass by fording the river.
My orders are to reconnoiter the...
I think that point is now moot. You have 10 men left. My orders are to save what's left. Move out!
Well done, lads. You did well with the Summers case. But we have a problem. The examiner received a new letter today.
Do you mind if I take a look, Ray?
Go right ahead. They've both been rinsed in gasoline like the previous letters, so I can't lift a print.
No one else but the killer knew about this message.
It says, Cunt BD, find me where I hid myself. Hey everybody, my call sign is November 9. Welcome back to LA Noire. We saw a nice little historical bit there, I guess, from Okinawa, where Cole Phelps' leadership was faltering, and Jax was not. Just another bit of backstory to add to this. But we're talking about Black Dahlia right now. Here's a note. Find me where I hid myself.
Another snippet from the Shelley poem.
Looking in wonder up to heaven, while yet the music pealed along, I hid myself within a fountain in the public square, where I lay like the reflex of the moon, seen in a wave under green leaves. So maybe this, in line with that note, saying the guy hid himself, come find me.
To suffer woes, which hope thinks infinite. To forgive wrongs darker than death or night.
To defy power which seems omnipotent. To love and bear. To hope until hope creates from its own wreck the thing it contemplates. Neither to change nor falter nor repent. This, like thy glory, Titan, is to be good, great and joyous, beautiful and free. This is alone life, joy, empire, and victory.
If the note is from the Dahlia maniac, he definitely also killed Teresa Terrellson.
Mal and I agree.
But where does that leave us? If this is the Dahlia killer, and he is responsible for the Tarrelson murder, not to mention the Moloch...
Hang on a moment, Skipper.
Let me finish, Rusty. We have 5 birds in hand and none in the bush. The department will not survive a scandal if we have to let them all go without catching a fiend first. Your careers will be over for a start, gentlemen.
Looking in wonder.
Ah, fuck it.
while yet the
I knew this
music
run was too good to be
pealed
true.
along, I hid myself within a fountain in the public square.
You like that stuff? What is it supposed to mean?
It's supposed to... Forget what it's supposed to... What does he want?
Where are you going with this, Cole?
He's obviously taunting us. He believes he's far more intelligent than we are.
Okay, it's some kind of story, right? A guy that God hates, chains him up.
It's an allegory, Rusty.
A what? Story with 2 meanings. A symbolic meaning. That's what he wants us to think.
Could he be using it literally? Within a fountain in a public square? Could it be that easy?
Can somebody tell me what the fuck is going on?
The fountain in Pershing Square. Come on, we have a clue. Captain, thanks, Red.
Be careful, Phelps. This is his game you're playing now.
You know, I mean, a prevailing theory in a lot of these people, when you look back at like BTK, other serial killers who've left notes, Zodiac, they want to be caught, they want to be stopped, they want to be discovered. So this guy's giving us clues to find him. He wants to be caught. Or at the very least, to see if we are smart enough to catch him. All right, Pershing Square. Rusty, I have a feeling you're going to be doing a lot of driving in this game. Episode.
You're behind the wheel.
All those cases, Rusty. What have I been telling you all along?
We've got to get this guy.
I know. Enough women have died.
Yeah, and it's our asses on the line too, Phelps. You heard what the captain said. The department is not going to take responsibility for all those bad convictions.
Success is a double-edged sword.
Let's just get this sick pervert and have it done with.
By the way, unfortunately, I have no idea if any of these landmarks are still there, but I presume that most of them are. So here's the fountain.
Rather you than me, Phelps.
This has got to be probably pretty unclean.
You know the local hobos use that as a latrine.
Not to mention the front of my suit probably just got ruined.
There is a cave, all overgrown with trailing, odorous plants which curtain out the day. Where next?
Which curtain out the day with leaves and flowers, and paved with veined emerald, and a fountain leaps in the midst with an awakening sound. From its curved roof, the mountain's frozen tears, like snow or silver or long diamond spires, hang downward, raining forth a doubtful light. So we're looking for a landmark with leaves and flowers that are overgrown from a cave, and something resembling frozen tears hanging downward. That's the next location.
Elizabeth Short, Betty Short, Black Dahlia.
It's her social security card, but don't try to steal her identity. That's not a real social security number.
Elizabeth Short's social security card.
Jesus Christ.
That's not all. There's another stanza from Shelley.
Can you work it out?
All right, well,
See if you can work out where he's taking us. I don't like this freak leading us around by the nose.
the poem excerpts refer to a landmark around the city. Use the main map to study landmarks and set a destination. Well, we kind of already knew that. Let's look at the map. We're looking for a cave. Angel's Flight. Nope, that's a railroad. Nope. The Pueblo de Los Angeles. That's not it. Is it a landmark we haven't found, maybe? The movie set. We've already been there. LA Public Library. Main Street Terminal. Good Samaritan Hospital. Art Museum, tar pits. Well, it's got to be back more in the middle of the map here. I'm just thinking it's something we may not have found. Mayfair Hotel. The distinctive twin Gothic towers of the Hall of Records rise above the domed skylight some 50 feet across. The glasswork depicts a mountain cave overgrown with plants and wildflowers, and a waterfall chandelier hangs downward over the lobby. That's where we want to go. All right, let's jog back to the car.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
Oh, it's going to make me wait until he gets over here. Come on, Rusty.
It's really him, the fuck who killed the Dahlia. Can you believe this? He's leading us.
It's his game, Rusty. He may want someone to catch him, but he's extremely dangerous. I doubt if he will give up easily.
Suits me down to the fucking ground. We clip this fuck and we get citations. Ha, what a day to be a cop. That pencil-pushing Parker won't be able to shove me aside after this.
Well, that is a beautiful looking building. Hopefully it still exists.
Can I help you, sir?
Detectives, LAPD. This is very important, sir. How do we get to the top of the chandelier?
You what?
Have a little faith, pal. We're in a real hurry.
Head up to the top floor. There's an access panel and a ladder in the maintenance room.
Oh no, wait a minute. I saw something glinting on the desk. Oh, I didn't know this was a thing. I probably missed hundreds of them so far. Are we going up these stairs? I guess the answer was yes. We'll just follow Rusty.
Let's go.
Oh, it's right there. All right, get to
Going
walk
out there, Rusty.
Get to walk a tightrope.
Better you than me. Be careful. Could be a trap.
I didn't need the camera changing like that. Why would I turn around? Good grief.
Deirdre Muller's missing watch.
All right, that is a Lady Elgin watch. Elgin watches were pretty famous. I want to say at one point their factory in Elgin, Illinois, was the largest watch construction facility in the world, if I'm remembering that right. But they stopped being made in like the late 60s, I think. So at the time, that would have been a pretty highly thought of American watch brand.
From the temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculptures and poesy. Where have I seen that?
From the murmuring of the unsealed springs. Uh-oh.
Jesus Christ, hold it off that goddamn thing.
Was this booby trapped?
Find a rope, Rusty! There isn't time. See if you can swing that thing from side to side. Get it over the edge, then jump for it. Swing, damn it.
Oh, it pretty much stopped moving. Good grief.
It's gonna go any second. Swing that goddamn thing and jump for it.
He jumped way higher than I would have.
That was too close.
Yeah, well, the higher you climb, the further you fall.
Let's get out of here.
Another Dahlia clue?
No. A yellow gold wristwatch.
From Mulder Dame.
Yes. And a scrap of the poem.
Another location.
If I can work it out.
All right. Decipher the third excerpt. From the temples high of man's ear and eye, roofed over sculpture and poesy, from the murmurings of the unsealed springs, where science bedews his daedal wings. And I'm guessing daedal is a reference to Daedalus. I want to say that's like Greek Roman mythology. Made wings with the wax, but he flew too high. The feathers were attached with wax, but he flew too high, the wax melted. So that's not going to be it. Bradbury Building. Nope. Angel's Flight. Well, I mean, the flight part works, but none of the rest of that does. There's no springs or anything. Huh. Maybe the LA Public Library. From the temples high. I think that's the key phrase there. There's no temple there. But there's a temple here to create his high temple-like central library. So LA Public Library is our next destination.
Can you drive to this one? He keeps mementos from all his victims.
This guy needs to be taken out of circulation.
He takes pleasure at stringing us along, demonstrating how much smarter he is.
You can enjoy it while it lasts. We got you now, genius. We're coming for you.
It's a long ways up.
I'm pulling rank here, Cole. I'm not hauling myself up there. Go get it, Tiger.
It's a good thing there's a conveniently located drain pipe.
Timer.
All right. Looks like there's some scaffolding with a ladder over here. In fact, there's conveniently scaffolding around the entire thing. No Assassin's Creed parkour, I'm afraid. Oh, look at this board. All right, another board. Lost my hat.
Sometimes a step backwards is a step in the right direction.
Can I recover my hat? No, I cannot. And here's another ladder with some broken rungs. No, don't do that. Don't do that. Oh my God. All right, here we are on top. Here's the temple. And here's the clues.
Our Lady of Guadalupe, ripped from Antonia's necklace.
Tony Maldonado. Glad they're handling those to avoid contaminating the fingerprints.
Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. So this is a treasure hunt.
The wrecks beside of which many a city vast, whose population which the earth grew over, was mortal but not human. See, they lie, their monstrous works and uncouth skeletons. Their statues, homes, and fanes, prodigious shapes huddled in gray annihilation, split, jammed in the hard black deep.
What is it this time?
The religious medal from the Maldonado case.
The Dahlia, Moeller, Maldonado. And this gets out?
We still have to find the guy, Rusty.
Another poem. Well, you must have some idea, right? Come on, Phelps. We're on a roll here. Don't let me down.
All right, fourth excerpt. Whoops. Round which death laughed, sepulchred emblems of dead destruction, ruin within ruin. So something destroyed inside something else that is destroyed? The wrecks beside of many a city vast, whose population which the earth grew over. So that sounds something like it's buried. Was mortal but not human, see they lie. Their monstrous works and uncouth skeletons. Their statues, homes, and fanes, prodigious shapes huddled in gray annihilation, split, jammed in the hard black deep. Let's go to the map. Does that sound like that? The hard black deep, prodigious skeletons, animals coming out of there that aren't human. I guess we'll find out if this is the right one. Well, it's all call.
You can drive.
We're gonna catch hell for this. Banging up innocent men.
The newspapers will crucify the guy. They won't have time to wonder about our mistakes. We'll be okay, Rusty, as long as we catch the guy.
I hope you're right, Cole. We'll be famous if we make this case. What are we waiting for?
Well, that's a great question, Rusty. What are we waiting for? How are we going to get across there?
These are my best shoes, Phelps. I'll leave you to it.
Very funny.
Well, do we go in the water here? In the water. Do we go into the tar here?
Whoa! Get a move on, Cole. Those boards are sinking. You want to end up like the other fossils?
So you sink when you go in between these four-posted ones. So obviously you don't want to wander off of the undersea boards here.
Around, Phelps. Can you see it through the tar?
I would be really interested to know if any of you have been to the tar pits. And if they let you,
How you doing out there?
I'd be doing better if you were the one trying to get across this thing.
they let you, put on overalls and
Whoa!
wander in the, tar pit like this. Oh, don't walk off the edge.
Easy.
You don't want to fall in now, Phelps.
That's at the forefront of my thinking.
Is that it right there? I think it is.
Steady.
Oh, here we are. The missing white shoe that we never found.
One of Teresa Terreldson's shoes.
Peep toe, never found that after she was murdered. And our next clue.
A sphere which is as many thousand spheres. Okay, where to now?
And from the other opening in the wood, rushes with loud and whirlwind harmony, a sphere, which is as many thousand spheres, solid as crystal, yet through all its mass flow, as through empty space, music and light. So we're looking for a sphere that music and light can flow through.
What is it?
An open-toed white shoe and another stanza from the poem.
Oh, I really thought that hobo bun did the Terrelson fraud.
Confessions from the insane aren't the most credible evidence, Rusty.
Is this thing over?
It's all part of his power over us, making us run round all over the city for the crumbs he's leaving us.
So if we keep this up, we can find the guy?
All right, let's go back to the car so he doesn't come running over there pestering us. I think I know where this one is. It's probably not far away. All right, from looking at the other locations, I think it's right here. This site hosted racing and gambling until 1909 when concerned citizens ruined it. Had it recreated as a cultural center. The museum kept fine art while the Rose Garden hid wonders such as a sphere within a sphere celestial model or armillary sphere. So that's where we're going next.
You know the way. You can drive.
Well, this guy looks out for women in bars who've had too much to drink.
Who are emotionally disturbed.
Need a shoulder to cry on, he plies them with booze.
Probably offers them a lift home.
Then beats their brains out and strangles them. Could be any schmo hanging out in a bar.
No, not anyone. He displays the bodies, leaves us messages. For all the violence, it's very controlled behavior.
Maybe he's punishing them for being too trusting. Hey, the art museum has a fountain. Huh. Well, when the view shows us the clues, we know where we have to go.
When do you think we'll reach the end of this thing?
The center of the proverbial labyrinth? How long's a piece of string? How many unsolved murders have we got in the city?
How many solved ones?
Step aside, lady. LAPD. Working on a big case.
He just refuses to accompany me to church.
What?
Not the guy that was pretending to be dead.
What are these people doing?
Grown men playing.
This way to Maze.
You ever been in here, Galloway?
No, I have no intention of going in. I heard that thing's tricky. I want to wait here and have a quiet smoke. Think about hidden meanings.
You know, I like mazes. When I was a kid, we had a garden maze near our house. The one memory I have of it is that if you ran through it, you would inevitably end up with a giant garden spider web, and probably the garden spider stuck to you. And since those things were massive, it was not something I wanted to happen. Let's go this way. This maze is a lot harder to see through the walls than the garden maze, though, I can tell you that much. Imagine the trimming needed to keep this stuff up. Alright, we can go straight, we can go right, or we can go left. And our mini-map isn't around anymore, of course. I think we're on the outside. That's an outside wall, it looks like. So that is the outside wall. So we definitely got to go here, because this is more to the inside. Oh, there's the middle right there. Great. Can I just cut through the maze? Just say police business and just take a pair of hedge clippers and go right through. All right, the red garnet ring.
Once belonging to Celine Axford Henry.
All right, it is a pretty fancy ring there. The next clue.
Thrones, altars, judgment seats, and prisons. No, it couldn't be.
Wherein and besides which by wretched men were born scepters, tiaras, swords, and chains, and tomes of reasoned wrong, glozed on by ignorance, were like those monstrous and barbaric shapes, the ghosts of a no more remembered fame, from which their unworn obelisks look forth. Well, thrones, altars, judgment seats. The reason why I'm saying no, it couldn't be, is that one's pretty easy to figure out.
See? That was easy.
I found Celine Henry's ring.
How far does this thing go? How did we not catch this nut job?
All right. Hey, let me pull up my map. All right, where is it? I think it's over here somewhere. Mayfair Hotel, no. The set of intolerance. The Great Wall of Babylon set was built for D.W. Griffith's silent epic Intolerance. More than 3,000 extras paraded past the altar and throne beneath 8 giant plaster elephants. The film, the most expensive produced at the time, flopped at the box office. That is our next destination.
Wedding.
I hope everybody's enjoying this. I think this is the last case on the homicide desk. And then what is Rusty doing? And then we move on to oh, that was awesome. What is he attacking this guy for? He ran over him. Oh my God. Sir, do you want to file a complaint with the LAPD? That's hilarious.
You drive. I need to go over the case notes.
He's leaving us this trail of evidence. Why?
Vanity. He wants to see if there's anyone out there smart enough to catch him.
He leaves us evidence, but every location is a trap.
He's testing us, physically and mentally, to see whether we are worthy of him.
The Titan guy, who had the stoush with God.
Very good. You thinking about reading some Shelley?
All that egghead stuff? I'm sticking to the funny papers and the form guide. You sleep better at night.
So we should expect a trap of some sorts here as well, I'm sure.
There's the throne up there.
Now it's another good tool.
Oh, we gotta go up the stairs again. I don't even remember if this is the right way. Rusty's not going anywhere, so I don't think it is. All right, here we go.
Hey, Phelps, climb up to the higher levels over here.
I'll just pretend I'm chasing that director again. Let's go this way. Oh, that looks very...
Jesus, now look what you did. Hang on, Cole. I'll get you off of there.
You gotta make it to the next platform. Get that thing as close as you can, then jump.
Oh my gosh. I'm not sure exactly how much he helped there, but... There's the throne, conveniently shielded from the rain with a tarp with a big hole in it.
Typewriter ring. Evelyn Summers. place he calls home. End of the line.
Remit the anguish of that lighted stare. Close those wan lips. Let that thorn-wounded brow stream not with blood. It mingles with thy tears. Fix those tortured orbs in peace and death. So thy sick throes shake not thy crucifix. So those pale fingers play not with thy gore. O horrible, thy name I will not speak. It hath become a curse. I see, the wise, the mild, the lofty, and the just, whom thy slaves hate for being like to thee, some hunted by foul lies from their heart's home, an early chosen, late lamented home. All right, so wan lips, somebody's lost some blood. Thorn wounded brow, that's a reference to Jesus. Fix those tortured orbs in peace and death. When you die, your eyes stop moving. Shake not that crucifix. Pale fingers play not with thy gore. As you know, Jesus was wounded by the so-called spear of destiny when a Roman soldier stabbed him in the abdomen. So that's where his intestines would have come out. So we're looking for a church. And now we're running. Run!
No!
Run faster.
No!
Nice combat rule.
I thought the whole thing was gonna come crashing down on you.
I thought so too. He murdered Evelyn Summers, Rusty. The last trophy was her ring.
You find another piece of the poem?
Yes. The last piece.
You sure, Cole?
Let's find out.
All right, so we're looking for a historic church of some sort. And there it is, Christ Crown of Thorns. Built in 1858, Christ Crown of Thorns was a Gothic revival masterpiece, but fell into disrepair after a tree collapsed the roof in the storm of September 1939. A work of leadlight rises above the abandoned altar, depicting the crucifixion and a weeping virgin. I think they're talking about stained glass. So that is going to be our destination. Again, kind of close to where we are right now. Oh, we gotta go all the way out.
If we survive this, it's gonna be a miracle.
You might see this as a cry for help.
For God's sake, Phelps. I'm not trying to justify this.
Hear me out, Rusty. This guy has been successfully slaughtering women in this town for half a year, maybe longer. He researches who he kills, and then plants evidence so that we always have someone to go after. If he hadn't sent the letters and the poem, he could have gone on forever. We would have been none the wiser. We would have 4 executed men on our conscience and have been happy about it. Why else is he doing this?
Stop, just
KGPL to all units. Citizen reports man with a gun. Union and Rockwood Street. Union and Rockwood Street. Unit to handle code 2. Identify.
There's a missing picket there. That right here is the missing picket that they probably used to break into that girl's apartment, Maldonado. It's the same shape right there. We take our gun out.
Any ideas?
This is the place. Let's finish it.
I'm sorry, I would have had my gun out the whole time. That these guys don't, doesn't make any sense to me. Well, they do, but They're not really paying
Reminds
attention.
me of my days as an alderman.
There's a light coming from the house.
Nothing hasty, gentlemen. Keep your hands where I can see them, or I'll be forced to redecorate the stucco with your entrails.
We're from the LAPD, sir. I'm gonna tell you only once to lower your weapon.
The LAPD, you say? Is it really possible you could have found me after all this time? How interesting.
Put down the gun, shitbird. Last warning.
This boorish ignoramus could never have found me. It was you, wasn't it? Do you remember me, detective?
The temp bartender.
Yes, you found me. You know what I'm capable of, and yet you walk in here like lambs dressed for the slaughter.
We'll see about that. Where did he go?
Down the tunnel?
We can't let the son of a bitch get away.
The house, Rusty. There must be another entrance into the house.
Why can't we go down that one? Why can't I go down there? You couldn't have locked it. So I'm sure everybody knows this, but a lot of times churches have the house for the pastor on the grounds sometimes.
LAPD, give yourself up.
Well, obviously no power in here. Here's his desk with the typewriter. Probably match up the typing on the notes to that typewriter forensically. And there's where he butchered his victims.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
Okay.
If we can bring him in alive, there's enough physical evidence for an airtight case.
Probably has multiple victims'
You heard
blood
him,
on
Cole.
that.
He's fucking nuts. What are the chances of hauling him out of here alive?
I hate to think what he's done with this thing.
Yep, some of those ancient medical tools. Probably used to rip out intestines and stuff like that.
It's the basis for all his riddles. Prometheus defied the cruel gods. This guy thinks he's doing the same thing.
Defying gods can be hazardous to your health.
It's got medical drawings there.
You realize this must have been the place, Rusty.
We're going down there.
I'll go. Call for backup and keep an eye out above ground and see where this thing comes out. Don't let me down, Rusty. Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
You're an interesting man, detective. Why the police force? You're obviously
Oh, it's a dead end.
Surrender now, or I will use deadly force.
Do I get a sense you're looking for personal redemption? Do you think we have something in common?
This thing has come to an end. You know that.
Are you acquainted with slaughter? Does it attract you? Have you felt it? Understood the power? Comfortable out of the light, officer? Are you comfortable here?
You're exactly what I expected. We were looking for a low achiever.
Oh boy. Oh boy. I don't think he's right here.
Reinforcements are on the way. Cease and desist.
I don't think he is. I think he gained some space. I really don't like that corner.
Surrender.
Oh, I think I got him. And he got me, but I got him in the back.
This thing has come to an end. You know that. You're exactly what I expected. We were looking for a low achiever.
Got him.
Where's the press, Cap? I think Phelps and I should get a medal for this. This has got to be the case of the year, right? The case of the century when you think about it.
Are you finished?
Yes, Skipper.
Good. Because there won't be any press briefings or commendations.
What are you talking about? We got the werewolf, the guy who killed the Dahlia, killed all the other broads.
You got no one. Mason was a ghost.
Can you at least tell us why, Captain?
Mason is the half-brother of one of the most highly elected officials in this country.
How high?
Beyond the moon for mere mortals like us, Rusty. There'll be no more mention of him. The city owes you both, but there'll be no mileage in ever bringing this up again.
What's gonna happen to the suspects in the cases, Captain? I won't be a part of that.
A bit of missing evidence at the grand jury. A procedural error here, a mistake there. They'll all be quietly let go. The DA knows how we'll have to play it.
That's it?
I'm afraid it is. And I have some news for you fellows. No more rooting around in the entrails of cadavers and corpses for you. The head of Vice has asked the chief for you. I'm reluctant to see you go to the glory boards of advice, but my hands are tied. Go home to that lovely wife of yours. Celebrate your promotion.
All right, case notes. The case of the Black Dahlia remains open. The truth lost to all but a handful of men. Now, while we're talking about that, I've opined in the past that there was a guy named George Hodel who was the actual killer based on his son, who's an LAPD homicide detective, kind of outing him as the killer. Quoting from Wikipedia, if I can get past all them begging for money. American physician, suspect in the Elizabeth Short murder, never really formally charged with a crime. Accused of raping his own daughter, but was acquitted. Lived overseas, primarily between 1950 and 1990 in the Philippines. So it'd be interesting if there was any murders like that in the Philippines. When you go to the section about the murder, suspect says, she was found murdered, body cut in half at the waist, mouth being cut ear to ear. Case was never solved. 25 major suspects, including George Hodel. Suspicion not publicly known until decades later. The same thing was true with the Green River Killer. I read the book probably a month before they arrested Gary Ridgway. And in the book, Dave Reichert, who was later a U.S. congressman, said he described the suspect, was a painter, worked for the Navy, blah, 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 and that's Gary Ridgway. But he didn't put his name in print. But he said he strongly felt that was the guy. And then they ended up arresting him. Scrolling down to the bottom of this, he was a suspect. His residence was bugged by an 18-man DA/LAPD task force. The DA tapes said, supposing I killed the Black Dahlia, they can't prove it now. Anyway, now they may have figured it out, killed her. Maybe I did kill my secretary. So I mean, it is what it is. But the biggest thing is that his son wrote a book about it and claims that his father returned several times to America to murder more people. Anyway, I just talked your ear off. I'm sorry about that. Don't forget to hit that like button if you enjoyed it. My call sign is November 9. See you in the next case, our first case on the Vice Desk.